Well, good morning, everybody. It's day 3. We survived night 2. Survived. I say survived. Let's see if I can find it. That's frost on the door of our camper. It is freezing outside, and I mean literally freezing last night. I don't have any heater in my camper or anything. I'm used to winter camping, but I don't think my wife appreciates this as much as I do. The only good thing about spending the money we did on the campsite last night is they have heated bathrooms down the road here, so I was able to go down and change clothes and get dressed in a warm room. So I'm gonna have to wait till the sun comes up. Diesel trucks don't just start up in the morning, so have to get some sunshine on it. By the time we cook breakfast, though, we ought to be able to get her started and get going again. We're gonna go back to Lewis Lake, I believe is our plan this morning, and we will see if we can get a couple nights there at a little more reasonable rate. And then we will hit the park and see if we can find something for the rest of the week. If not, we will just stay at Lewis Lake. So we'll see how the day goes. Frost on her, and no heat in it either, so this is going to be a chilly morning. I told my wife I'm going to go to they have a convenience store here, and if they have a little Mr. Buddy heater, we may be buying one today. And my parker broke, I was showing you yesterday. I actually believe with a little duct tape I can fix it until I can get it home and get it welded, so we'll check it out. So here's the modified truck heater. We'll run the camp stove in here for a couple minutes, see if we can get the frost off the window. The sun's been hitting the motor for a little while, so I'm going to try to start it here in a few minutes, but no heat, no air conditioning, no defroster. Got to make do with what we got. Alright, update on a couple of things. I figured a fix for my steering linkage when all else fails: duct tape. Had a horrible time getting this thing started this morning. Ended up having to air it up, roll it out into the sunshine. Had to borrow some jumper cables, and a guy jump started me after it sat in the sun for about 30 minutes. It is just too cold for this poor little diesel motor. But we made it to the Madison Campground, and we were able to get a spot for tonight. They didn't have one for tomorrow, but then we have one Thursday night and Friday night, and we're leaving Saturday morning. So lots of morning sunshine here. At least I'll be able to get it going in the morning. All right, here's the gratuitous buffalo shot in Yellowstone. Sore back. Alright, so today was not a complete wash as far as a day goes, but it was a little bit of a wash for Yellowstone. We were so cold this morning we just couldn't get warmed up, so we decided to go into West Yellowstone after we got our campsite here. And we're at Madison campsite. Anyway, we went in there and we were having lunch at a restaurant, a nice warm lunch anyway, to see if we could get warmed back up. And I was asking the lady that was our waitress if she knew of a welder in town, and she said my husband has a welder at our house you could use. So we waited until she got off work and went over to her house. She just let us use the welder. I tacked the piece back on. The duct tape is gone. Goodness gracious. And then we got a campsite here at Madison for tonight, and then Thursday and Friday, but we're missing Wednesday. On our way back into our campsite, we checked with them and they just had a cancellation, and we got a spot here for Wednesday, so we will be at Madison the rest of the week. So that's pretty awesome. Unfortunately, by the time we leave in the morning, we can't check into our new place till 11. So we're probably going to be dragging the camper all over, but it's okay. So we're going to sit down and have some dinner. We have some dehydrated scalloped potatoes and some cubed up chicken and some cream of tomato soup. My wife over here is the awesomest creator of dinner with just whatever we have on board, and she put it all together. So we're gonna have good dinner. And I am not gonna freeze again. We stopped at the lumber store and we picked up one of these, a little buddy heater. So they will probably don't need it inside here, but in the morning our truck is freezing and may need to put it up against the motor so it'll start with a little sunshine. Well, good morning. It's day 3 of our Yellowstone Teton trip. Another chilly morning. We got up, it was about 21 degrees. My poor truck just does not like to start when it's that cold, so we got a fire going and I took some coals and a shovel and stuck them under the oil pan. Got it warmed up enough to get going, and then we went back to West Yellowstone and I bought a second battery. So we are at back in the park, and we are at the Norris Geyser Basin. We're going to do some sightseeing today.
I should have left my coat on. There's still stuff in it.
When the mountain men first came here, they didn't know what to make of all this, but they would hunt a buffalo or an elk, tie a string around a piece of meat and drop it in a spring like this, and then they'd go do their stuff for the day, and when they came back, their dinner was cooked for them. I think the park frowns on that nowadays. guessing a buffalo or something walked through this one. So we're on the Virginia Cascades Drive, and we found this beautiful little spot to sit down and eat a sandwich. All right, well, what trip to Yellowstone wouldn't be complete without a trip to Old Faithful? But rather than take the chance of catching the Asian flu with all the crowds down there around it, we're hiking up to Observation Point. We have about 30 minutes to make it, which is going to be close. If you've never been to Observation Point, it's quite the view from way above Old Faithful. A little bit of a distance, not for your first view of it, but a good spot. Observation Point isn't horrible, view-wise anyway. And paved all but I believe the very top section. All right, so we just turned off the walk trail. Some weird, it looked like asphalt, but it's some weird crushed rubber. It was bouncy while you were walking on it, kind of weird. Anyway, half mile away, 30 minutes to get there. I think we'll make it.
See a bird? Not a raven, is it?
No, they don't make that sound that I know of.
But it's big.
There's a big bird on the other side of this tree making some cool sounds, but you can't see it.
You see it?
Uh-uh.
Right here. Very top of the tree. You can see it.
Oh, hey, there we go. Well, that is a raven. But I've never heard a raven
But it
make
doesn't
that
look
noise
big enough
before.
in some aspects to be a raven.
Whoops. Just never heard one make that sound before. Cattails are still green here. They're all drying up at my house. So a lot of the trails are step rocks. Should make the switchbacks. Almost there, and this is the view we'll have. Trail forked. That seemed like the easy way. So we are cruising up this other, it's obviously a trail. I don't know that I ever noticed this before. I think it just loops. There are some cool rock formations here though. See anything or any reason to do things easy way. Alright, well we made it up here. It's super windy, so it may be noise free. If the wind noise gets too much. Already starting to get a pretty good gathering of people down there. And we're up here by ourselves so far. So we're back at Madison Campground. Been here for about 30 minutes or so. A fire going. We're having copious amounts of spaghetti, sausage, tomato sauce, some more garlic butter fried biscuits. Got a new battery in the truck, so hopefully she'll fire up tomorrow. Trailer's all level. It's supposed to be a little warmer tonight too. It's only supposed to get down to 30. So we're ready for another night, and it's currently, that thing is so wrong. I think it's off by 15 degrees. It's probably 50, maybe close to 60, but not quite.